So this is the conclusion. And a psychic that I brought later here conveyed that this stone is a portal that goes all the way to the center of the San Francisco peaks. And I came here with my Hopi father, Paris, and when I was here, when he came here, also with Sunrise, another Hopi elder, there was a huge brown cloud, and there was a stiff wind, but the cloud didn't move. The cloud had the size of a football field. It was 100 meters or more. And that cloud stayed for 3 days. We stayed here for 3 days. For 3 days, the cloud stayed in the sky. So my conclusion is that we were connected with the star people. And this place is a very important place. So this is the conclusion. And as you can see here, it's very hard maybe to see with the light and the shadow. Can you see this? This is the bird. This is the head here. The bird where we had the conflict in the beginning with the bowmen. But now they're coming closer to each other. And humanity here in the center, still following the zigzag path, and all these humans today, they're all like having a party, you know, they're not grounded anymore. You see the hands are up here? Well, in the beginning, the hands were down, they were still grounded, but they lost again their center and followed this path. Having a good time. So now, the big harvest of humanity, because we have gained a lot of energy, a lot of knowledge, experience, spirit power, and there are many gods, also goddesses, and many of them are not really that light, it's more dark, and they want to, you know, harvest this energy. And so, but it's up to us, it's up to humanity to be harvested by, because we belong to the Creator. The earth belongs to the Creator. So what does the opposite say? No, you belong to us, you're my citizen, you're my subject, you're my slave. This is my country. You're living on my land. Now, who's the boss? Who owns this earth? So this is the great conflict. So either humanity listens to the purifier who's coming here. It's hard to see at this point. Yeah, his hands are down here. And he's supposed to help this bird, this caregiver, and in some way, maybe through knowledge or some spiritual powers, so that they can help the purification coming from the east, not from the west. When we fail, it comes from the west, and it will be very, very devastating. Possibly massive atomic wars, natural upheavals, and so on. So far it didn't happen, because more and more people wake up, but it's not enough. More had to wake up. Everyone had to wake up. So here, the path, the purification, has the power. We have to walk that path. Walk that path. We call it Kalaitaka, the sharp edge. And the purifier here have to enter this path. I mean, anyone can be the purifier. They have to purify our blood so we can remember. They have to be grounded. So when we enter this path, we have the power. And by that power, we can help the caregiver. And here, the caregiver is followed by these people. It's hard to see at this point. They're kind of following this government or council, whatever it is. And also there are the Hopi following, you know, government. and have no power. They follow humanity, follow the leaders, and they're not qualified. You know. The first disqualification of a leader is, choose me, I'm the best. That's the first disqualification. A true leader is recognized by the people, by him to give an example, a good example. But the leaders today, they don't give that example. And the worst example is, they all die of some cancer, some degenerative disease, heart attack, and so on. They're not qualified. But they also they reflect the people. So who has to change first, the leader or the people? But the leader is part of the people. So the people have to change first. They have to begin with changing the blood quality. And change is the law. Change is the only law that does not change. Change is the eternal constant. So they have to know how to change themselves. And that begins with changing the outer into the inner. That's why we eat. Because we are creation in the human form. So creation outside, creation inside. And we maintain this with food. And that food becomes our blood. Let's see here. So the cockroach, yeah, this bird, see, the power is in the head. The power is in the head. You see? And the more he gets down, the more it's still there, power. It's still in a dual state, so as you can see, in the dual states, but the power is in the head. So when the purifier connects with these leaders here, and the leaders accept the purification, then the power shifts from the mind to the heart. So that's why the Hopi, you know, they are in deplorable states. They have cancer, they have diabetes, their legs are cut off, and organs are removed, and so on. So they need a purification. But all of humanity need to be purified, and it only can happen by the power of food, and that's the key. Now, here from the earth is the earth power, and people talk about the Pachamama, earth, Mother Earth, but the earth connects also with the dragon. The dragon represents the earth power. So for the Hopis, it's the Horn Toiklan, the Horny Toiklan is called. So the Horn Toiklan here, as you see, spreads all his claws, his fingers very fierce, have great power. Okay, but the earth is still in out of balance. I mean, not fully centered, still dual. Here you can see dual because of the separation of east and west. But then look at here, the power of the earth is in the dragon. Now where does the power go to? Does it go to humanity? So humanity to wake up and help to bring the purification from the east, or does that power go to the purifier? But if it goes to the purifier here, the warrior, there will be massive war. So that power here, as you can see, goes to the path that we can follow. It's open. It's open. You see? All the way. So humanity here, we must bring down our hands. Don't be so so ungrounded. Center yourself, and it can happen by blood. And that's why our blood had the same mineral composition as the earth, that's iron, so we can ground ourselves. And the earth's nucleus has the memory. So by blood we can restore our memory and remember the plan and know what to do. But if we fail, then this power, see, goes to the warrior is not as strong. I have seen changes in the magnetism, probably because there's some shifts in energy happening in the world, and it reflects here in these images on the rocks. So the power now to the warrior is kind of so-so. And without the dragon, this warrior has no power. No power. See? So there's a good chance now, and this is time, this is the year, for the dragon, I'm talking about not just a reptilian, but the earth energy, to be revived, to welcome, but also the purifier of the east through the purification of the blood, so that the caretaker, the leader, the people, they are all leaders, because the leader of leaders is inside, is the creator. So, but the leaders I have today are misleaders, but they have a job. They are a mirror of the people, so don't attack them. No, they are a mirror. So after we see the corruption of the governments, the system, then look into yourself and the responsibility you have, see, to change about, to use the law of the Creator, which is change. So change your blood, right? So that's another thing next to it here that I also want to show. A tree has fallen, a huge tree, some time ago, and I correlate this with the ending of the tree. But not really ending, because in the tree is the seed, and the tree is in the seed. So the tree is in the seed is in the tree. So now is the time, as the tree is coming to its completion, because they have two worlds. One has a beginning and an end. Right? So today's world now is coming to a completion, coming to its end. But not really. When we are able to extract the essence of what we have experienced in this whole world, that is the seed. And now it's up to the responsible people to plant that seed, and we have the new tree. So the dark side doesn't want to happen, and literally what they also do is they destroy the seeds. So literally also without seed you cannot proceed. They want to have the control over the seed. So that tree here, I want to conclude this this little tour that shows you have an impression of the tree now that has come to an end.